Hello, Fabulous Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of July 2016, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month is a powerful month. We've got some powerful lunar energy playing out for us now, and particularly, we've got a sense that things are changing, that honesty is building, and that can't help but make a profound change in our world around us and also in our individual lives as well. And for you in particular, the changes are going to be far-reaching, but also important in the sense of your understanding of how far you can reach, particularly in the world. We've got a new moon happening early in the month, and it is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with your place in the world. It has to do with how it is that you make sense of and the values you hold that help you navigate through your interactions with what otherwise might be new or different to you. It has to do with things like higher education, legal matters, political matters. It has to do also with long distance travel and immigration, citizenship matters as well. So all of these areas of life particularly are going to be highlighted for you in the early part of the month. Ultimately, this is about an adventure, recognizing that life is an adventure and wanting to go on an adventure. In fact, I think that there are going to be some Scorpios out there who are going to be aching, feeling like they really want to travel. They really want new experiences. They want to have some new ideas, new stimulations, new thoughts, new things to talk about. So that desire is going to propel some important changes and important decisions as well. And one of these types of institutions may very well be part of it. Now, this is a new moon, and new moons are fresh beginnings, fresh starts, new initiatives. So around these areas of life right now, there may also be some new initiatives that take place. This is Pluto speaking to this particular new moon, along with Jupiter and Mars. So the Jupiter and Mars are harmonious, okay? So they're saying that you feel energized, you feel empowered, you feel hopeful, you feel optimistic, you're taking action, which is beautiful. But we also have that Pluto standing across this new moon, which says you have to be aware that there are factors here that you don't control, that you may not have control over. So you've got to focus on where you do have control, and you do that. But sometimes in order to do that, in order to know where to focus, we've got to realize where our efforts are not well suited, are not the direction that we need to be going in. So we've got this very powerful new moon playing out with Pluto standing across from it. And as I look at this, I would, advise a few things. If you've been waiting for a while, hoping for some decision around long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, some news could come up right now, okay? And ultimately, it will inspire you to take action, to take the next step. So that's what you want to remember. Remember, this is ultimately very empowering energy, but this is going to give you a reality check to show you where you are. Also with matters of higher education as well. If you're in university, if you're a student, if you want to go to university, this is going to be showing you where you are and helping you to decide what you're going to do to help yourself move positively forward. With this particular energy, we also have, as I said, legal matters. Now the thing with law, right, with legal matters, sometimes they really can go in ways that have you having to decide what you want to do next, right? That doesn't necessarily always feel like a resolution. And that could happen with a sky like this. It might also be you that feels that you want to undertake some sort of legal action as well. Now, do keep in mind, again, there are going to be factors here that you do not control. But if you focus on what you do, then you empower yourself. And that's where your energy is best spent. It's best to know when you're ready to bring closure to something that now needs closure, and where it is now you're ready to begin again or start again and take some new action ultimately to empower yourself. As I look at the sky, as I said, there's some part of this that has to do with being out in front of more of the world and interacting with more of the world. And with that can come some really life-changing experiences around this new moon. Remember, it's a lot about honesty, self-reflection, looking at yourself, getting real about yourself and who you are. And that's true for all of us. In some way, we're doing that. And for you in particular, it has to do with how worthy you feel to put yourself out there, for one, but also how much your own worldview and your own beliefs guide what it is that you're perceiving and what you view, and how that is ultimately determining how much at home you feel in the wider world. That's going to be part of this energy also. What risks do you take? What risks do you not take? Part of whatever needs to heal, part of whatever needs to grow is going to show up for you now. As we move towards the middle of the month, we're going to have a full moon play out. This full moon is happening in a part of the sky for you that has to do with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. And one of these people is going to have a big surprise for you, that's for sure, with this particular full moon. One of these kinds of people, whether they leave, which is very much part of it, maybe making a dramatic change in their life, moving away, very possible with a sky like this. But this kind of energy does indicate like a shift of circumstances in one of these people that does take you by surprise. Ultimately, it empowers you to get in touch with your own power and your own sense of agency, your own ability to move your life in the direction that you desire to go. So this can actually be a good thing. So if one of these people is in your life and maybe, not always completely cool, doesn't always feel completely copacetic, their leaving can actually be really good all around. If this is a family member, sometimes when family members go away, the relationship is made that much better, that much stronger. You're able to be that much more closer because the dynamic shifts. They start having new experiences. You start feeling more free. That can be part of how this energy plays out also. This energy also has to do with your neighborhood, like the place, the neighborhood that you live in. So you can expect there may be some sort of electrical stuff taking place right around this full moon in the middle of the month. So just make sure that you're conscious, right? This is in much of the world, in part of the world, it's construction season, right? In Canada, well, in Toronto, we say that we have two seasons, winter and construction. So right now it's construction season there, and I know it is like that in a lot of big cities out there. So be mindful of that, especially as you're navigating your neighborhood, you're walking around, that there may be some of that playing out as part of the changes. As quickly as it comes, as maybe as quickly as it goes as possible. And again, you empower yourself. So there's something about it that ends up being very fun and very enlivening about the changes that you're experiencing around you. If you get any very quick, surprising invitations to go to anything like networking events, schmooze events, make sure you go. You'll be very glad you did. You'll have some very interesting experiences, very empowering experiences as well. This energy can be right place at the right time and meeting the right person. That can happen with this. But because of the way that Uranus is speaking with this full moon, it really can go either way. It can go extremely well or extremely not so well, but ultimately you're good for it, you're better for it, and that's where the real strength is with this. What I love about this month for you is that you are understanding your place in the world, the wider world, and also in your own neighborhood, right where you are. There's a sense now that there's momentum, that life is moving, and that you are making progress all around. And as you consider all the options that are laid out in front of you, and as you gain momentum as well, Mars is going to be leaving your sign now after spending an extended amount of back and forth in your sign. Well, just forward and back and now forward. This is going to be you feeling like your life is moving forward. You're learning about yourself, and you can feel the shift happening internally, but externally as well. As your life starts to look different, and as you start to understand your life and your place in the world differently and in more positive terms because of it. Head over to my website right now to get early access to the Jupiter Special Horoscopes. In the month of September, Jupiter will change signs, will move into the sign of Libra. This is so exciting, as all of us in some way are going to notice our blessings shift and feel ourselves getting more hopeful and getting more opportunity in a very practical kind of way in a new area of life. So based on your sun sign, based on your moon sign, your rising sign, Jupiter will bless your life in new ways. So to find out how and to get an early look into how, head on to my website, nadiyashah.com. And of course, those horoscopes will be available on YouTube to the public on YouTube in the month of September. But if you want an early look, visit my website. And I look forward to seeing you there. It'll be great. This move of Jupiter into Libra will be great. Enjoy.